Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Sir Worldwide. And I have a gentleman here that is a special person. You're going to agree with me. This is Mikey. Mikey, tell us about how you got started in this music business.
Oh, well, it's not a very complicated story. But in my youth, I was forced to travel around and live in various places. And that affected me greatly, not just the culture shock, but as I grew into adolescence, it sort of started a piece of me that wasn't there before. Angst, anger, and frustration of not being able to be accepted as one of them and having not be able to go anywhere. And I had long been a lover of music, but at that time I decided, I just made a conscious decision to, you know what, I've listened to rock, I've listened to heavy metal, I've listened to pop, I've listened to Motown. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try jazz now and see how far it goes. And the moment that I understood what improvisation was, it blew my mind away. Because improvisation basically was, you're writing a song right then and there, which is, I was a classical trained pianist at that time, and it seemed impossible to me. How can you do this thing called improvisation? So, now I had something to look forward to. So from that time, I practiced piano 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day, straight for about 7 to almost 10 years. And at the same time, I bought every album I could. Right now, I own about 5,000 jazz CDs alone. And the sounds that I heard, the voicings that I heard, the improvisations that I heard, just soothed my soul in a very emotional, but very intellectual way. And I've just never been able to get out of it or ever escape. I have no reason to escape, of course. And now that I come to the States to study at Cal Arts, I've been lucky enough to join their faculty. And what I deem most important in music is when I start teaching a student personally, I always tell them, hey baby, I'm not here to teach you how to play music. I'm here to teach you how to love music. And that's the difference that I make. And that's how music made a difference in me. It wasn't the technicalities or anything. It was that emotion and intellectuality inside of improvisation that just made me a whole new man.
Keep putting your fingers to work.
All right. All right, let's see some, let's try some stuff.
really enjoyed it. I mean, you're awesome, man. Talk to a little bit to these young people who need to hear what you got to say, and talk about this piano.
Oh,
I know it's awesome.
this piano is Cable and Sons. They were briefly associated with Steinway back in the day, where they broke off to make their own company, and they started out by making baby grands. That's why this is one of the first ones. It says 1852,
Wow.
and this was made in 1852. But the older an instrument gets, the deeper the sound becomes. I think it's with every other instrument also.
Do you tune this yourself?
Yes, I do. Yes, I tune it myself.
It sounds so clear and clean.
I know.
I have a good ear.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
pretty clean, clear.
You have a good ear and you have a good eye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, unreal.
Yeah, but that was a shorter version of Someday My Prince Will Come from,
Yes.
yeah, of course, from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. But my idol, Bill Evans.
Yes.
Yeah, Bill Evans.
When it rains.
Yeah, what a player.
Yes.
It was one of his favorite songs to play, and that's why it became one of my favorite songs to play. And the way I improvise is, some people will improvise like, we're listening to Miles. Miles will improvise da da da, and then wait a little bit, and then do da 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 something. But Evans' style was like always harmonic. He would never stop. Hey. Like this, Evans' improvisation was always ongoing and flowing. And that's what I've tried to emulate all my life. And nowadays I found my own voice. And I think there's a lot of things that young people can do or delve into besides the popular culture that is presented to them at this time, which I don't want to degrade any of them. But some of them have less spirit and less emotion and almost no intellectuality. So, yes. But when it comes to like Rob, he's a artist of photography and videography. I'm a musician, and there's just so much stuff that you could probably relate to and find out that you had a passion for this that you never knew. Yeah, you just gotta try it out. And in the end, all art forms mesh together in order to become one thing, in order to become your own style. Like my style is probably, if somebody hears it, wow, he sounds like kind of a new age playing guy. But the difference is, my songs have improvisation in them, always. That's what differentiates my music from new age or whatever, and it becomes jazz to me. And I'm of course, as I've seen Rob's pictures, the same thing I can see, the individuality of his eye that nobody other person has. Like, I was just amazed at some pictures that looked like, I swear to God, they were painted, but they were not. Yes, it was incredible.
I have any paintings in my collection.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've made a conscious effort to combine art. So I studied a lot of literature, a lot of philosophy. And during that, I also found that I had a very craving to have first edition books, which I never knew I had. And the same thing could happen to you, any of you young people. You just have to be there, try something out new, try out something new, and you might find yourself delving into something that you've always wanted to and is in your heart, but you've just never had a chance to, never had a chance to incorporate into your life.
Yes.
And I hope all you people, all you guys, will try this out. Try different avenues in life and not just follow what is the norm or what is popular, as in fashion or whatnot. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, just pay a little bit more. We close out here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am an international photographer. Many people have seen my work. I've won many awards, but I'm working on a one-man show, and this gentleman right here is going to play his piano at that one-man show. I can't wait till we get started because he's a true artist. Yes, please subscribe and like this.